Virgin Islands. All hail the Virgin Islands. To the Virgin Islands is where I give my heart and soul. Would I never trade it for no silver nor gold. Even if 1,000,000 copies I forget sold. This is where I wanna be until I'm gray and old. Virgin Islands is where I always want to be. St. Croix, St. John and St. Thomas, Rock City. To all of my friends and all my close family. And all the people who really believe in me. St. Thomas is where I was born and raised. And that's why I'm gonna love it always. Even though we come from the VI. The love that we bring, we're spreading it out worldwide.
Welcome back to the Millennially Yours Podcast. This is episode 4 of the Millennially Yours Podcast and the first episode of a new series that I'm introducing called the HOMEGROWN Series. Throughout the pandemic and probably more on the back end, I noticed that a lot of Virgin Island millennials are showcasing their talent, and they're bringing out their inner niches to the community or even the world. And I just want to put them on my series to showcase their talents and get the exposure that they're needing, and just for different people to hear their voices and or see what they have going on and find out more about their businesses and just put them on the map for the Virgin Islands and the world as a whole. So without further ado, our first guest ever on the HOMEGROWN series, she actually just released her first EP on Friday. I don't want to talk too much or take away from her interview, so I'll go ahead and let her introduce herself.
This is your girl 5252. You don't know what time it is. I from Rat. Where you from? Straight out of St. Thomas, USB. I representing for the boss ladies, well, bosses as a whole, and I portray that in my music. So make sure you go ahead and check out Pages of Me Chapter 1. It just dropped on Saturday. Share your girl some love, like it up, share it with the world.
So I just want you to know that this EP, when the EP dropped at midnight,
Yeah, like
I was up. I will up. We will get some fire emojis. I will up doing some work. So I just run the EP and I listen to the whole EP while working. And I just in house bobbing because that
That's
EP,
dope.
you put some work on that EP. But
Big fact.
so before we go into any introductions or any questioning, I just want to play the first track from the EP called Double Take. You want to say anything about it before I play it, or you want to talk about it after?
So I'll say before. So this song is called Double Take. It was produced by my main producer, Yaow. You can find him on Instagram at iRaddy_340. This song was basically inspired by this song's on the radio right now. He had one song from Lil Baby called We Paid, and I was feeling the song. I was like, yo, I want to do dope shit like this, you know what I'm saying? And just freestyle. And, you know, we have such a really good relationship. Like, I would call him and tell him what I want, and he on it, you know what I'm saying? And he send the beat, and yeah, it just been magic after that. So yeah, this is Double Take.
All right, so let's play.
Hey, yo, Roddy. Let me talk to them real quick. Yeah. Double take, I to gear up the bag, clear up the fog, readjust my losses. I to try to invest, but I still gonna enjoy it while I here. Can't take it in a coffin. I know man, anytime they need, only time they car gimmicks mean prolonging. Every intention in the same as your own side, start socially fasting. They ain't got no back, so they got bargain. Take the money and the wah man start falling. Get your down bad on the floor crawling. You gon' beg for that fuck, get out your noggin. Whole place jump on the alarm ring. That's a sergeant, no shabba ranks. Fight to head, that chopper sing. Head a fuck go ring, ting ting ting. I don't advocate violence, but them goons on top of the silence. Problem we fight, we don't pilot. Got your mother's gonna stick in asylum. Roll up and you sleeping. I just reach me leaving. Yeah, we buying, we leasing. RIP Smokey Chiefin. Only real niggas are my recent. Do the shit first, but I'm undecent. Survival first, most of the reason. Can't blame them, how the shit raise them. You ain't live it, can't judge it. Yeah, civilian, you the public. The only thing different from Afghan, I rock my boy, the pantries and the tourists. How to not hold grudge, still on it. Got a new nigga, I don't refurbish. I don't cut that weed, I don't nourish. Got a dog sending me a florist. Sometimes I don't feel me perfect. I got fun, I got star reassuring. Can't wait till the day I drop my foot and I still me drop my tallest. Yeah, time is of essence, I watching it clap. Universe dropping the slap. Money got make shit, got get done. Vision board on the wall, prioritize on the top. Doing everything that I can so the time don't go in vain. While I away from my data, grind every day and I still go in school. It'll still get emotion, every time I call up. Grip bad mind with laughter, cut the heart, need cleanse holy water with it pasta. Any beat I slaughter, if it's body on, chop it up well I have it, sending it baller. I don't do that rara, fight to me, gain no dollar. You ain't read, we ain't going no further. Have a safe departure. If you got some work that's soft, then I can make this shit hard. If you fucking with my feelings, might just slam you some cat. I ain't sorry that's your loss. I ain't sorry that's your fault. I ain't sorry I roll out. All the stock is solo. Till you whip the polo. Man fighting to pull out. You got pop, you Hollywood. I call you Pop Patroller. That's the shit that I don't like on you. That's what to Sosa. Bunny hop up on the top. I know he call me Lola. Yeah, walking I need them rocks. Yeah, coming I pushing it back. Yeah, Wi-Fi wearing our back. Yeah, take me cause no slack. Yeah, sloppy on the top. Yeah, rolling no G shot. Yeah, tell them what else gon' fight till she coming for the top. Yeah, them man you head up. Fuck.
Yeah.
That was
So
double take.
oh, that's
Oh yeah,
you say what you want to say.
double take. That was double take produced by Yaow. Ready? You don't know what time it is. Yeah.
All right, listen. When I first add this thing to my Apple Music and I play that first track, I say, "Wow, this thing fire from out the gate." And I like the fact that you started with a freestyle and you had no chorus or no like nothing. You just run it and it will fire bars from beginning to end. Like your wordplay in all your songs, I just be sitting on like, what?
I appreciate it.
How she take that? But so since that was like the first song on the album, I want to start off. I want to rewind a little bit to add to your introduction to act just a little, so you could tell people about yourself. The E52 is the artist name, but I know you from elementary school. We went elementary school together. I know you, Kiana Harvey, with the pigtails, coming to school, little quiet, tiny thing. So tell the people a little bit about you before the music and like the Kiana Harvey.
So, as Jahkeem said, my name is Kiana Harvey. I grew up obviously in St. Thomas. I was born and raised in St. Thomas. When I was young, I lived country. I went to EBO till like about fourth grade. And then I moved town. I attended Olamola at that time. Yeah. And then after that, I spent 2 years for 5th and 6th grade. And then I went on to Cancrine and CHS Chicken Hacks. You don't know what time it is. Look.
Hey.
You tell her my brother. Yeah, but I actually, like, me and my brother is the first two people out of my whole family to go CHS. Everybody.
Because who does that?
Hold it on, Abby. Thank you very much. Thank you. Listen,
I know the viewers ain't gonna like this at all.
What you say?
The viewers ain't gonna like me coming for Charlotte at all.
They don't know what time it is. They don't know. But yeah, I after high school, a while in high school, and
before she move on,
elementary.
Actually, no, she probably gonna say it, so I'm gonna let her go ahead. Go ahead.
Throughout like elementary, junior high school. So when I was in elementary, I used to sing. I went in a choir.
We were in choir together.
Yeah. And then junior high as well, I was singing. Then when I get to high school, like not even high school, I knew that I could dance when I was younger. Because I used to go to this camp called Archers, and we had like a dance group, and we would like perform at the end of the summer at the show and stuff like that. And it used to be really, really dope. And yeah, so in high school, I joined the marching band. I want to say my 11th grade year or my 10th grade year, one of them. And it was just love, man. Like, and it just stuff that just come natural, I try to gravitate to it. And that was one of the things that came natural to me. And around that time, I don't know if it's because like I was wrong instruments all the time, or like just different beats and the drums, and you know what I'm saying? Like it was just a lot going on, and just finding my creativity to rhythms through dance. I feel like that's what inspired me to start writing, right? And initially it didn't begin with me writing. Like I would freestyle, like I used to freestyle to my boyfriend, right? And it would just be like on some real talk sexual stuff, right? But it was like, yo, why you just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you song hard, like, and at the time, like, I didn't feel like, you know, I was just doing it for fun. Like, in my mind was like, you can't rap, girl, you just talking, you know. So in my head is like, everybody could do this, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really differentiate between, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you just think
really
you're talking,
hey,
right?
This is a, yeah, I'm thinking like everybody could do this, like, you know, this is just, you just talking, you feel me? Till I went to basic training and for the military. So let me back up. Yes, I joined the military in 2012, and I in basic training, there was this dude named Peter. Peter to follow me on Facebook, right? So when I share this, I go tag Peter. Peter started to rap. We were in formation. Peter started to rap, and he was like, "Yeah, I can rap." And this is a Caucasian dude, right? He was really funny, right? So I like, you can rap, I can rap too. So all I know with everybody, don't hype it up. The drill sergeants, like at the end of basic training, I will have a battle and rap. So the whole time, 3 months in basic training, I write my shit, get it tight, right that tight.
Ready.
So at the end, when we graduate now, right, it's time for him to, so it was time for the battle. So he come and he did his little 1, 2, 3 ABC rap, and 5, 2 come like
and you kill him.
And hey, yo, everybody looking at me like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, you just outer, like, you feel me? And that's when I was like, okay, like I really take my time and pull, like, so in the rap, I basically broke down from when we come off the bus to like them screaming at us, and they won, like, into throughout the whole basic training, like to the ranges. I just break down everything, and it was just super dope, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I really like realized my ability.
The gift.
Yeah. And yeah, it just been up really ever since that. I just kind of, after I realized like, yo, I put my mind to this, and I really was just talking, like I really was just expressing my experience, and that came natural to me. So yeah, I just stick with it.
That's crazy, because hearing you tell the story of how like it all come about, and like how you used to rap, and it will I just talking and whatever, you gone basic training now, you do you like actually pick it up, and you actually have to battle like the dude and come out like, yeah, this is my thing. Like hearing you say that, and me listening to your music, and like when I congratulate you on the EP, and I tell you like it sounds like you have a story to tell, like all the songs, like all the songs on the EP I listen to, I say she's saying stuff, she's telling us something, and that's why that's why the EP is called Chapters of Me, because you have a story to tell. So I like how you everything connect, and me, I the type of person where everything I do, it has to have a meaning. Right. And if you don't have a meaning, me doing it. Until I come up with a meaning for whatever I'm doing, I ain't doing it. So that I love the concept that you took with the album, and it's amazing. So
let me clear this up one time right here. This I ain't explain this on my life because I didn't even realize it at the time. This project is actually an EP. It was some kind of distribution error through my distribution company that I use, and for some reason, I don't, like I tell you, things just been going weird these past couple of days. It's just the greatness, you feel me? Like, they just feel like this was too great to be an EP, you feel me? But it's really, like, my intentions, I mean, everybody calling it an album, like, congratulations on the album, like, it's an EP, because I feel like I just gained myself, one, out there, and two, like, and this project, like, 3 of the songs are on the project I wrote when I was overseas, in the military, overseas. And this was like 2 years ago. And the songs really grow with me. And when I say grow with me, like, I made a lot of changes, like from last year to now, and those songs, because it's like, okay, like, you know, you would say something 2 years ago and then you hear it a year ago and you're like, I kind of don't talk like that no more. I don't feel that way. Or, you know what I'm saying? That phrase ain't relevant to now. Right. And that's that happened twice. So for those 3 songs, like, I literally, like, you can imagine the engineer that recorded me, and 1 year I come back and like, yeah, this is it right there. And then
and
like
next year,
12 months later, dog, like, okay, this is it for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's really what I was. But it, like I say, it is an EP, and I feel like this was very necessary starting out, just so that my audience and my fans that I will gain in the future could understand me and where I come from and how everything started mentally for me, and be able to see growth moving forward. So yeah.
Okay. Well, so we had a good bit of discussion. So we'll go ahead and play the next track, which is Okay Yaow. So if you want to say anything about it first before we go into the track.
Okay, Yaow, I just talking my shit. You feel me? This one here is produced by a producer called Swiss Frankie. Yeah, it's Swiss Frankie. I don't know him personally. So initially when I was overseas, this was one of the songs. This was one of the first songs that I ever record. And like I tell you, it grew in me. This is one of the songs that grew in me, you know, from then till now. So I hope you like it. This is Okay Yaow, produced by Swiss Frankie.
All right, and just for the viewing audience, Okay Yaow is a fan favorite. People were raving.
It is, and I just talking my shit. I just talking my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just had a lot of fun on this one. Like, yeah, I had a lot of fun on this one.
All right, so with no more waiting, here is Okay Yaow.
Yeah. Where you from? Name my bitch colder than me. I go and wait till the cooking naked. Watch me flip up that stick. Ass looking healthy, they watching my plate. Even when they break bread and I fuck is a shame. Bitch, I's a boss, you ain't nothing like that. Dropping these bars that you did to decipher. Saucing the scene while I tilting my visor. So go too smart to be trusting outsiders. Trusting no man, only trusting the cannon. The product in liquid, he sell by the gallon. I cut you off, I tell you what happened. It probably cause you lacking, you loafing, you're napping. You lacking ambition, I don't got a tolerance. Sneaking apart, only bosses go following. Calling the shots, range control. We facing to the top, it's a danger zone. Ice on my neck with a sensor. Piece like I chuck up 2 fingers. The dick go, they call it a vent. Jam make him not quick, keep balls on no jigsaw. Ice on my neck with a sensor. Piece like I chuck up 2 fingers. The dick go, they call it a vent. Make him not quick, keep balls on no jigsaw. Side by side, I gon' still be that bitch. All haters outside, kiss your face with the lips. Is a jockey on the track with a mic on his spit. And your girl don't run, she gon' take that dick. Look in my eyes, tell me you love me, I won't be surprised. He feed me some knowledge, could tell her he wise. I tell him stop talk and just give me the pipe. Looking for a name to describe him. Cock so strong and he might be a titan. Wave so rough, I don't call him Poseidon. I don't just give him the water to dive in. Ras, I don't look back when I sell out gang ties. I only really like it when he fucking me fast. Out of control till he slap up my ass. And all I could tell you that fuck is mad.
Hey, right?
Man, this our next fuck. Hey. Okay, Yaow. Ice on my neck with a sensor. Piece like I chuck up 2 fingers. The dick go, they call it a vent. Jam make him not quick, keep balls on no jigsaw. Ice on my neck with a sensor. Piece like I chuck up 2 fingers. The dick go, they call it a vent. Make him not quick, keep balls on no jigsaw. I from rap. Where you from? Yaow. Yeah. What? Okay, Yaow. What? Okay, Yaow. What you say? Okay, Yaow. Okay, Yaow.
That's my shit.
Yep. All right, so Okay Yaow. Let me when I hear Okay Yaow, right? I just picture all the girl them just going on sick because you were talking big shit in that song. And I just like, what? That's what really going on. And then when I went on Instagram and one of my friend them share it, Khadija share it. And she's post something up and then you respond to it. And I was like, look at all the girls are gonna be sharing this. And they're gonna know how to act when they hear that song. So I really, and like the word playing that song, like it will balanced. And you were like you were talking your shit, but you were playing with your words at the same time. So I just it's a crazy album, and the versatility. I mean EP, sorry. The versatility in the whole when everybody heard the rest of the tracks, like the versatility in the EP is crazy because it's like you slow it down, you medium, then you fast, like you cover all your bases in it. So I did want to know, you spoke about the journey, like after, like through coming up and you singing and you rapping, and then you went to basic and then you killed Peter in the battle wherever born. How did you know that being an artist was your thing? How did you know that I want to be an artist? And then how did 5-2 come about?
The name?
Yeah.
Okay,
so first, like how you discover you want to be an artist, and then how did 5-2 come about?
Okay, boom. So listen. So I know that I wanted to be an artist. I knew that I wanted to be an artist because when I was in Korea, because I tell you, really this start. So like after basic training, I went to Korea the first year and I was writing, but I wasn't recording. Because at that time, the language barrier where I was, it was it was a lot worse than where I ended up 3 years later, right? So because I was in Korea for 3 years, not consecutively, but 3 years, right? So after my first year in Korea, I ended up going to New York for drum. And there I met people that was just getting their feet wet, right? Like when I said, I mean producers and engineers, recording engineers. And I met this guy. And, looking back, it's just so funny because, like, I was just so eager to record. Like, literally, like, we were recording in the closet. I was on the floor with hate. This was 2014. No, 2014. 2013 I went to Korea. 2014 in this man's closet recording with his computer and a mic in the corner. And it was trash. It was trash. But stuff like that, when you look back, like I was so eager to get into it. You know what I'm saying? And that's to start with. How I know, like, I wanted this to happen for me. Like, I was stationed in New York, but I was 7 hours away from New York as a private. I fresh out of Korea, so you could technically say I fresh out of St. Thomas because Korea's almost a deployment. You overseas, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't have no time to get settled, get my car, do nothing. So I was living in a barracks, and you really don't need a car as a private in living in a bar. You really don't. I mean,
everything is on the base.
Exactly, but especially where Fort Drum is, there's nothing wrong. So it's like, why you need a car? Where you going?
you going no place.
Exactly. So me driving to New York or getting somebody to drive me to New York 7 hours away just kind of also the question. And at that time, I didn't necessarily have the confidence as I have it now in my ability. Like, I know I could have do it, but it was like, you know what I'm saying, still like, yeah, I still trying it or still learning it. And so I went back to Korea after being in New York for 2.5 years. I went back to Korea, and that's when I met this guy that was an engineer. He was going to Full Sail, and it was so crazy that he was like, "At a rap," like, "You don't rap." He was like, "Yeah, the rap." Then he spit. Then I spit. Then it was just magic. He had a studio inside of his barracks room. I record again. It was trash. It was trash. It was trash.
But humble beginnings, though.
Yes, it was trash. I knew it was trash. And but it's still, like you say, a humble beginning, and it inspired me to continue. And after he left and got stationed elsewhere, it forced me to look for another recording engineer. And that's how this whole thing started. I found a recording engineer. He was okay. And I'm going to say he was okay because he was knowledgeable, but there was a major language barrier. So I wasn't getting the end product that I needed to pour out and kill shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's start the process of prolonging release. And we talking about 2016, 2017. You understand what I'm saying? So like we in 2020. Yeah, that's just to say that. But yeah, Korea, I learned a lot about myself. The studio that I found was 2 hours away from me. I had to get on a train every Saturday for 2 hours, get out the train, catch the taxi at half an hour to his house to record, to get an end product that I still wasn't proud with, but proud of as a whole and an end product. But I learned a lot. I gained a lot of knowledge from him. Even though we had a language barrier, I still learned from him. You understand? So I hold on, my phone is going off. I appreciate the experience. That's all I could really say. And like I say, okay, I was recorded there initially. Don't Feel the Same was recorded there initially, and Rider Slide was recorded there initially. So I mean, even though that wasn't the end product then, it turned out to be the end product now, and you know what I'm saying, I started there, so I appreciate that experience. But
yeah, so when you first come on the scene, I was like, Kiana will rap, because I didn't even know. I see it come out as 5'2", but I was like, I know I was Kiana, so I go say Kiana. I was like, Kiana rap it. All right, let me hear it, and then take the first. I want to say the first. What were your first thing that you pulled out, that you recorded?
The freestyle, yes, indeed, freestyle.
Right, okay, the freestyle. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, Kiana, rapping. Right, but I was like, she just doing this for fun. She just putting out whatever. So I mean, I don't want to say that I didn't expect you to become an artist or whatever, but I had like the freestyle or whatever, but I didn't think fine future saying, well, she gonna drop some more stuff. So when I see and I secluded. I in Virginia. Ain't nobody really in Virginia. So I don't like if in front of my face, a lot of times I don't see things. So and I kind of fast forwarding, but we could come back. We gonna drive back in. But I just want to say how I pick up on it again. I know Boss Off come out. And I had Boss Off on my phone, and I listened to it, and I even forget I was even on my phone. So when Boss Off day, then Heavy, you drop Heavy. And I was like, wait, I have Boss Off on my phone too. So this thing been on my phone all this while, and I had already listened to Boss Off. And when Heavy drop, which we gonna play Heavy, but Heavy probably gonna play last. That's a banger. When Heavy drop, I run Heavy for days straight. Cause that song, that Heavy is a banger. But like you telling the story just now, how you were recording the closet, the end product wasn't as good as you wanted it to be, but you still were pushing through and doing it because you see yourself being somewhere. You saw that you have a gift, and you're going to expound on it, and you're going to take the necessary steps to become like what you're doing right now, the artist that you are. So I commend you for that, because ain't too much people out here have the willpower to do what you were doing.
I appreciate it. Nah, you got. It's like, I feel like once you have something that comes natural to you, God, just chase it. You have to chase it, because still, like how I talk, ain't really much different than Korea. I still drive in 2 hours to Raddy house. Mind you, I set up Raddy, and shout out to Raddy and shout out to Leo, because them like my fucking dogs. They came out to my house and helped me set up my studio in my closet, but it's very pretty. Like, it got lights and, stuff. It's nice, you know what I'm saying? And I able to record myself. It's just recording. I would tell you, I shares to the engineer. I ain't get much in my couple, but shares to the engineer, because it's a task. You know what I'm saying? And it takes just like being an artist, it takes dedication to learn your craft and learn, the faster way to do things so that you could get stuff done in a timely manner. And it just, for me, learning right now and trying to record, yes, it's a priority, but it takes away time from actually recording and getting music right. Because that's just the beginning of the process. You got a mix, and you know what I'm saying? I really hands-on. So everything that has to do with my music, I write there front and center. So I just feel like even though I have to drive 2 hours to Raddy, like, it's worth it at the end. I know that we're going to get shit done, and you know what I'm saying? So Yeah. But as for your question, 5'2" came about so crazy again in Korea, because when I first write the freestyle and I recorded freestyle, my name was Ayo Boots. Just like Susan, we never tell nobody that. Okay, we never tell nobody that. My name was
Hey,
Ayo
yo,
Boots.
Boots.
Ayo Boots, because what? Military, I was in boots, and I was wearing boots. Like it just was my thing, you know what I'm saying? And that was the name. So when I was out in Korea, I used to go out and stuff like that in a town in a city called Seoul, and like where we were going, me and my home girl, them you already know what time it is with the money man, them they both, you feel me? And
Hey.
we used to go to this club, and they had these NBA, well, at the time. So there's most of them is like ex NBA players. Like they used to play for the NBA, and either they retire or they get hot or whatever, and they come overseas to play for the Korean teams. And like I had meet this dude. Shout out to Dre, and rest in peace, because he passed away, I think last year, or is about to be a year, in Texas. But I met him in a club, and it was so crazy. It was just super cool. But like when you're in Korea, you could see obviously who is Korean and who is American, and you kind of like gravitate like, yo, what's up, like and I don't young. I ain't even in front. It's a big young. Hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? yeah. I gonna give it to you right.
Right.
You feel me? And he was like, how tall? No, I asked him how tall he is, because his mother's were like up there, and I shot, right? And he was like, I'm 6'5". Like 6'5"? What the fuck? Then he had this dude that was with him, and Charlie, I never forget his man name. And he was 6'8", but his man is giant to me. You feel me? It was like, you asking everybody how tall it is, how tall he is. I was like 5'2". And then from there, he was like, hey, yo, 5'2", what's good? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Them I used to hype me up every time I see me 5'2", yo, 5'2". So yeah, it just stick with me. I was like, yo, that's a hard name. Like I can just, and that's just how that's how everything has come. It happened all in Korea. Yep.
That's dope, man. And when I actually, and the fact that you just tell the story give me information, because I used to be wondering where I know she shot. She definitely 5'2". That's self-explanatory, like duh. But I really wanted to know where she come 5'2".
Like right.
I mean, so what's crazy is I probably would have heard you. Did you answer this question on the live?
No, I didn't.
See, and I purposely, and I don't know if you see my comment, I purposely didn't watch
it
it
today.
I purposely didn't watch the live because I didn't want to like be on there, and the questions that I plan to ask, it get answered, kind of be like, what? Why are you going to ask when I do my interview? So I jump on in the beginning, and I was watching pieces. And I just want to see like what people were commenting, and when you was telling people to jump on the live, share the live, whatever day. And then when you start answering your first question, I say, God. And then I come back because I was like, I was out, and I was leaving where I was leaving, and when I was out for a while, and when I was leaving, I noticed the live was still on. I was like, she's still alive, and that's when I come back.
Nah, so what happened? Go ahead.
I come back, and that's when I put a comment, because I wanted to make sure that everything, I didn't want to like have the answers in my head already, because I'd have been sitting here like, well, I know this answer. I know the answer to that.
Nah, it's crazy because most of the stuff that we talk about so far, I didn't speak about in a live. But so it was the night before my birthday, and they brought out cake and stuff like that. So it was just long. We were talking about a lot of stuff and answering questions. Yeah.
I can go back and watch it after this anyway. I just didn't want to watch it before this. But,
no, I don't take it down. It don't take down because so I don't answer them questions. So whoever didn't see it, they're gonna come here and check me out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You dope. So now that you tell, because since you just said that you take that on, nobody can say anything else except hair. You heard it here first, where the 5'2" name come from, how she start up. Like we got it. So now we're gonna go into the next track on the EP, which is Don't Feel the Same. I like Don't Feel the Same, but I can talk about it after she see what she got to say about Don't Feel the Same.
So Don't Feel the Same was produced by a producer named Maril, again overseas. So brief, because I don't think I explained it before, but when I was in Korea, I was getting beats from online from this website called Click and Rap. It's no longer called Click and Rap, but it was called Click and Rap then, and that's how I get with the Okay Yaow, Ride or Slide, and Don't Feel the Same, which is a 3 songs I tell you I recorded Korea because I get them beats off of the site, really dope site. But yeah, anyway, yeah, so here's Don't Feel the Same. Don't Feel the Same was inspired by Heartbreak and man fucking with your emotions.
It's a boss chest song.
A whole bunch of boss chest. So yeah.
All right. Well, without further ado, this is Don't Feel the Same.
Expressions of how much I love you. I shot lists of things that I wouldn't do for you. I pour my heart to you. From the start to you, never hold back it what I for you. So not wrong right now when you play me like I ain't nobody, right? But that's cool, cause I know my word. Why argue for me? Point up no fight. Clearly you don't choose where you want me. No, you want it back, don't call me. I've been nothing but true. Loyal to you, your mother's son still cared me. Time after time, I didn't trip, cause nobody perfect. But at the end of the day, if y'all respect me, you'd have done to them hoes when worth it. Got me looking crazy in public, but when I come apologize in private. Got everybody thinking you's a man with a plan. How you just land hand and you like it. Couple nights at the room, me I slept and I liked it. Cause you don't see the posting you were changing into. Could have been cut you off by fighting. Change over the years, yeah, this don't feel the same. You looked me in my eyes and said you never would have changed. Look at how you do it, I guess it's the dead flame. How you, it don't feel the. A lot has changed over the years, yeah, this don't feel the same. You looked me in my eyes and said you never would have changed. Look at how you do it, I guess it's a dead flame. How you, it don't feel the same. And I can't even hide my attitude. What if I just fucked around and did to you what you do? Oh my, yeah, the steps turn in your heart, it would've burned, but I guess that's your lesson learned. Remember them days we used to write, pop up any place we sip and slide. You already know only pressure I play. Got me running back every time you like. Now it's time for me to slow my stride. So down the wave, it's a lower tight. Cause you ain't never meet a bitch like me who you call family, keep it G and don't do right. Real nigga, but you don't keep it real, huh? How that work revealed, please explain, let me feel, yeah. Otherwise I'm about to leave, yeah. I swallow my pride enough time. Put my anger aside, no crying. But I be damn if I go back to you on the same situation one more time. Change over the years, yeah, this don't feel the same. You looked me in my eyes and said you never would have changed. Look at how you do it, I guess it's the dead flame. How you, it don't feel the. A lot has changed over the years, yeah, this don't feel the same. You looked me in my eyes and said you never would have changed. Look at how you do it, I guess it's the dead flame. How you, it don't feel the same. No, it don't feel the same.
This my shit. I mean, I gonna sit up for all the songs then because it's just different emotions, you feel me? And like different experiences from so.
When I hear Don't Feel the Same, right? So I know you are a rapper. I know we used to sing in choir in elementary school. I stopped singing in third grade. I went to band. I wasn't thinking about to hear 520 track singing. When the song come on, I say, she's singing too? That was it for me. I was like, what? And the beat, this beat, because it would have like, I like Double Take and I like Okay Yaow. But the beat in this song is what catch me. I say, what? That is a sick beat. I just like when the song come on in the album, because I mean the EP, when I listen to new things, I like to either take my phone off a shuffle and then I play it straight through, because I like to shuffle stuff when I listen to it after I know what it is. I want it to shuffle. I don't want everything in order. I take my phone off a shuffle and I lay it play. And when this song come, I say, nah, I gotta run it back. When it done kind of rhythm, I mean, I beat tough, and I just like I was listening to the words you were saying. I was like, yeah, so whoever broke our heart, they broke it because this don't feel the same as when I girl get bust just like lagging Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you are heading, PP. When that don't feel the same, cry your tears, bawl your eyes out because that's for the bust chest them, but I really, really like, and it shows a journey. Like it takes you on a journey.
Right.
And speaking of journey, if you don't want to go into, actually no, I can hold off on that question until we get.
Wait, why inspired this song?
No, but you could say why inspired the song. But you could tell why. You tell me why inspired the song, and then I will run the question I will ask it later.
Okay. So why inspired this song? So when I was on a live, like why don't you don't have? I was asked for whoever I see that I didn't go into detail. That I just say well, like different experiences. Because one of the questions was it about my daughter's father who passed, and I was like, well, some of it, but not all, right? It was like about all the stuff, but so. One verse was about him, and another verse was about another relationship. It was just like, well, I didn't really want to talk about this whole thing here because you feel me like this is a lot of I just feel like it would have been too
much,
yeah. And you know what's crazy? Because like when I write Don't Feel the Same, he didn't pass yet.
Yeah.
So like in my mind, it was like he gonna know this fucking song about
when I drop this, he gonna know it's about me and he gonna be that.
So it was just like it wasn't even that. Like I just feel like when I look at a lot of other like artists interviews, like I remember I was looking at an interview from Taylor Swift, and she was just like, I don't really write about no specific relationship because like basically you gassing these niggas like relax. You feel me? Like that's really why it was all kind of like that kind of what I'm saying, you got like you feel me. So I kind of put experiences from snippets from different experiences into the song, and I just feel like come up with a masterpiece. You know what I'm saying? Magic.
Okay, so I can ask a question, but I want you to split it up so you could answer some now, and then you could answer some when we run the next track. But since you mentioned Taylor Swift, and as an artist, you have like you listen to different people and you see different things. So this is gonna be a very controversial question because depending on how you answer it, I don't know me gonna feel away. But if the viewers, they probably gonna be like, wow, that's what she like, or whatever about me again. So
let's do it.
Rappers out right now. Who you think is the hardest female rappers out right now? Who I don't want to say who's your inspiration, but who is your inspiration, or who you have in your rotation? Who you listening to and who you like?
I don't keep it a buck. Like I just feel like, so as far as Barb, I wouldn't really consider myself as a Barb. And the reason I say that is because like I know people that are Barbs, like hard all the way for Nikki, anything she doing them. I can't say that because that's not the truth, but I feel like I was inspired most definitely by her. Like from school, I remember the first time we went to school. What his name is? Terrell Martin. I go shout him out because he's the first person that said to me, he was like, you hear this Nikki girl? I think we were like in 10th grade or something.
When we were in school, Nikki was bad. Well, she's still bad, but Nikki, the old Nikki, she was crazy. Itty bitty piggy. Hey, yo, itty bitty piggy.
And I listened to that fuck, and it was, you feel me?
Like, so you probably, to this day, you probably go saying itty bitty piggy from the front. Itty bitty piggy was a crazy freestyle. Like if somebody in a bar and they know Nicki Minaj, but they don't know like no Nicki Minaj, I'd run itty bitty piggy for them because Nicki Minaj all freestyles was crazy. She's still good. I feel how I feel towards the new Nicki, just because I just feel like it's a lot of antics she pouring into her persona, and I don't like that. But I ain't here to bash her. Nicki is Nicki. She gonna be Nicki. Right. But I love old Nicki.
I feel it. But so I had to mention her because that's like at the end of the day, like I honestly feel like all who doing it now want to listen to her and want to love her. or was inspired by her, regardless of the story or whatever the hell going on in line. You feel me? Like, you can't deny like what the fuck it is. Like, that's just, I don't just leave it as that, right?
Right.
That's how I feel. That's my opinion, and that's what it is.
All right. Give me one more, and then we're gonna run the next track.
As far as female, mulatto. I like mulatto. Mulatto. And I like mulatto because like I like hot shit, and I like hot shit, laid back
Mulatto
shit,
is that
and
ratchet,
still
gutter,
nasty
gutter.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I like that cause she ain't too hard. You feel me? And she ain't too girly, and that's just how I is. You feel me? And I fuck with that.
Mulatto just get a vibe. Like the first time, everybody used to be talking about Big Latto, Mulatto, and I'm just like, cause they had that controversy where she named herself Mulatto, but you know mulatto, the real meaning of mulatto is from slavery. It's from slave owners impregnating the slaves. So and that's where you mix with black and white. That's where it come from. So people were saying, oh, she don't know the meaning of mulatto, and she calling herself that. But my thing is, mulatto has, and I don't want to say it was normalized, but I know people growing up at home who call themselves, like, say that they were mulatto. So to some people ain't as bad as others were making it seem. But when people, like, that's where I first find out about the mulatto person. I wasn't really listening to her. Mulatto dropped I was watching P Valley, and be from the south, come on. And I was like, what is mulatto? This song hard. I gotta pull this up on my phone. I pulled that up from on my phone. I listened to it. She was hard. I pulled up Move Up. That was hard. Man. I used to hear Move Up a lot because that I like Gucci. Old Gucci, new Gucci. So I listened to that. It was hard, and I get into her, and she's a really good artist. So I'm glad that you mentioned her, because I was going to ask about her, because she knew, but she knew, and she come out swinging.
Facts. And then so as far as rap, so I like her. I like her style, and I like her music, but I ain't gonna sit here and move like I don't listen to any other the two people that I just mentioned like consistently. Like, though I will tell you, right, like, I am a fan of Kehlani. It's crazy. That's Kehlani, the only person that I have seen in concert. The only sport, I mean, obviously other than Rack City and Voss, only person that I have
what's
seen.
Crazy?
What?
From the Diddy's EP drop, I was listening to Don't Feel the Same, and the other, I don't want to call the song name because we didn't come to them yet, but the others, they slow vibe them. And I sit down and think, I say she sung her vibe song like somebody ain't coming to me. I was like, she's Snow Allegra, but no, Snow Allegra a little too somber. Like ain't Snow Allegra. And when you just say Kehlani, I like, it's Kehlani. It's Kehlani.
I'm a big Kehlani fan.
I definitely, hearing you say that, I know that you had she inspired a vibe that you coming with.
Yeah.
Kehlani
definitely a Kehlani fan. And you know what's crazy? Again, I was afforded the opportunity to see her in Korea. Crazy. Let's say, because Korea, you have 1:00 curfew. And I remember me and my because at the time I was a sergeant, me and my friend, I was a sergeant too. We begging my first sergeant, like, please, let's go to this Kalari Castle, like, some training, dog. Like, yeah. Now I inbox her everything, like, we send her a picture in our uniform, like, yo, we coming to see your brother skirt, like, you feel me? And we went, and it was dope. It was hella dope. It was dope. She could really sing, and this shit, like, she sung better in person than facts. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. You feel me? She just gave me hype.
Yeah. Kehlani, I come to Virginia, and I didn't get to go see her because it was at this place called the Nova, and it get sold out quick. So them tickets were gone. So some of my friends get to see her, but I didn't get to see her. But I watched like the clips or whatever, and it was a really good concert. But I glad, and it's a good thing, because a lot of people who rap, they will sit down and list a bunch of rappers to you. Say, it's my favorite rapper. I like this rapper. I like this rapper. But they ain't gonna tell you the people that the vocalists that are the singers that strictly sing. They ain't gonna tell you about that. So I like like I say earlier, the versatility. I really, really, really like that about you. So we're gonna come back to some more questions about artists when we finish listening to this next track. Recognize You. I have my top 3 tracks on this EP is these next 3 tracks that we're about to play.
Oh yeah.
This is my top 3.
So
But you could go ahead and talk about Recognize You.
Recognize You. Initially, the name was Don't Recognize You, but because I had the song Don't Feel the Same, I changed it to Recognize You. I wanted to be too consistent, but well, repetitive, not consistent. So Don't Recognize You. When I went to basic training, me and my boyfriend at the time, which is my data father that passed. When you're in basic training, you don't have cell phones, so you communicating through letters. And what was dope about, or what is dope about Recognize You, was his letters to me. Everything I keep, I like a hoarder. I don't keep everything, especially papers and stuff.
I
take my time to write you, and he kept mine too. And after he passed, I had everything, and I put them together and stuff like that. Right. It was really dope. So I incorporated some of the words and phrases from his letters into Recognize You. So that song is really special to me, and just the vibe, like, what I'm saying, I make it more for the hood man them, and I feel like the hook is relatable or is universal, because you feel me, like people can relate to that, like I don't recognize you no more type of thing, like you switch up, you feel me? So yeah, that's Recognize You, and here you go.
Recognize You.
I hope you like it. Mm-hmm.
You niggas, I don't recognize you. Bad by the shadow floating right behind you. I don't recognize you. I don't recognize you. Bad by the shadow floating right behind you. Gotta watch you niggas, I don't recognize you. Bad by the shadow floating right behind you. I don't recognize you. I don't recognize when they look in your eyes, B. I can't take that lightly. My waist cake thinking about me, really sure if y'all snake train biting me. Checking it lately, the energy off it'll phase me. I gotta watch close, cause you been real solid. I know you move it shaky like KD. Try shoot a shot to take me. Off my brain, don't play with me, don't play with me. Such a shame you kidding me. Lower my grass so I could see all these reptiles chasing me. You gotta come good, and if you lucky with myself, I already make peace. Make me understand that you're sweet sides. You do that to them what you do, I bad mind your rubber, your friend drive. I'm coming on you whenever you like. You want it black, and screaming loyalty and everything that fuck is cop. Hate in your heart, but you ain't man enough to tell me that fuck is what. I don't recognize you. Bad by the shadow floating right behind you. Gotta watch you niggas, I don't recognize you. Bad by the shadow floating right behind you. I don't recognize you. I don't recognize you. Bad by the shadow floating right behind you. Gotta watch you niggas, I don't recognize you. Bad by the shadow floating right behind you. I don't recognize you. When they say they praying for you, they really praying on you. Check that funny shit, no games. Can't wait to see change on you. So much trust, that shame on you. They wanna put a t-shirt frame on you. You moving up fast and you hold your weight. They can't wait to cut breaks on you. Jealous of you. Every night I let you sleep. Pray to jam my soul to keep. Put these pagans round me daily just to test my faith to heat. Devil on the grain. Mother skunk ain't overtime. Bobby Kai bless, ain't know that chopper walking when it's time. Ain't no code, no law, no trust. Half of these mother skunt is dog. They don't watch face, fuck who they was. Betray just dread when it come from blood. You know I is and you know I had a drop trick. You may last it, pocket watching. Hating on me cause I popping as if I would've chilled. Now your mother skunk acting. I don't recognize you. Bad by the shadow floating right behind you. Gotta watch you niggas, I don't recognize you. Bad by the shadow floating right behind you. I don't recognize you. I don't recognize you. Bad by the shadow floating right behind you. Gotta watch you niggas, I don't recognize you. Bad by the shadow floating right behind you. I don't recognize
there you have Don't Recognize You.
Don't Recognize You. The beat is just a vibe. Like when I listen to Recognize You, from time it start, it's me. But I feel like yeah, it's hard. Who, Roddy do this beat?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Roddy bad.
Mm-hmm. He
I
did.
just like
yeah, he did. Yeah.
I listen to me listening to this album. This EP keeps interrupting. This EP, you got
You
me.
know what I forget? And because you asked me about female rappers, most of the songs on this project was inspired. What the songs that I record in America and the recent songs was inspired by Lil Baby. Two of them was inspired by Lil Baby.
And that's what we're just coming to ask about male rappers. Because you speak about the female rappers, but you ain't no male rappers. So we're coming to ask about male rappers after.
So Lil Baby for sure is a Lil Baby fan. So Lil Baby inspired the freestyle. He inspired Recognize You. It's not the vibe of him, but the beat was inspired by one of his songs. And I just, went in my creative mind and do my own thing and, take it wherever I go. But that song was inspired by him. He initiated off of one of his songs. I'm trying to think. And so another artist that inspired, and we ain't on to the song yet, but so I'll say when we get onto the song for the second
okay.
that song, yeah. And that's really it. I try not to honestly listen to a lot of artists because like I feel like I don't want to be influenced by, not saying that being influenced by other people's music is a bad thing, but I want to make sure that I maintain my individuality. If you understand,
identity, yeah.
Yeah, like
you want to have inspiration from other people, but you still want to have your identity. You want to have your person.
Exactly. I don't want to be so saturated with other music that it have an impact on how I create. You understand what I'm saying? Like I just feel like it just natural when it come from me. You feel me? I'm influenced by anything just from my experiences. So
okay. Like I said before, I like the fact that you have male rappers influencing your music, as well as I like the fact that you keep in your identity. So you don't want to have anybody too influenced, because like when you get more established and you make it big, which I manifesting it for you, I saying it, putting that positivity out there for you, that you gonna make it big. When you make it big, you want them to be like, yeah, 5'2", she got different. First of all, you have an accent. That alone gonna get them. They're gonna be like, what? That she got accent. She voice it like you gonna with the experience and spending time in the game or whatever, you gonna get a following. I don't see you having fun, but you have a following already, because I am a fan. I know you, but I'm still a fan. So
right. Thank you.
Along with the male, any other male rappers you want? See,
so yes, so I'll say, because we probably about to play that song right now. I think Heavy is next.
I'll be Heavy. I was gonna save it for last, but I'll be Heavy next.
Okay, no. You could leave it how you want. But Heavy was inspired. I don't know if you hear Hello Hi. I changed it to, because Hello Hi. The first the first lyrics was Hello Hi. I may come up as shy. But don't approach aggressive because I ain't like I remember what I say. It was something like that, but I changed the words after, because I was like, I'm gonna change it up. But it was that whole vibe was inspired.
Okay, wait. Before you go, how you want us play it first, and then you talk about who inspired, or how you want to do that?
Yeah, no. I just say it, because when they hear it, they're gonna know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
This was inspired by Gucci. Just the whole vibe. If you listen to the cadence, and if you're a Gucci fan, or you listen to Gucci music,
definitely
you know what I'm talking about. So this is Heavy. Heavy was produced by Yaow. It definitely was. Shout out to the kid, man. You
Yeah,
feel me? Like,
man.
yeah. Heavy. When I write heavy, like I was just like, I was just into it. You feel me? I was just having that fun. And I already know like that was going to be the single when I write it. Like this here is the single. Like
Yeah.
I already know.
And heavy were heavy. Because
Yeah.
that thing I blast heavy in my car for days. Days
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah.
So without no long talking, this is heavy.
Hey, yeah.
Everything heavy when we stop. Yo, Roddy. Everything heavy when we step up. You can't hang with a gang, you a solo. Yeah, everything check, come Stella. Let me bag it up for you, said the bank teller. Everything heavy when we step up. You can't hang with a gang, you a solo. Yeah, everything check, come Stella. Let me bag it up for you, said the bank teller. Hello, hi, I know they give me blight, but don't approach aggressive cause they ain't gon' let it fly. Pause mad, I really rapping, screw up face side eye. I switch full like I switch up on these niggas when they pry. But I fall to do shit like that, come I feel so wet when I spit like that. You ain't never see a rock girl drip like that. Beauty and boots, never see a bit like that. No trainer, but she get a slip like that. Can't fuck with me cause you ain't bit like that. Show one leg out with a split like that. He gon' come back to back, boom lit like that. Yeah, that's probably a nigga that's beast like that. And I promise with a head he's a beast like that. Treat it like Thanksgiving, it's a feast like that. One leg to the left on the east like that. The water wet to the sea like that. Wish your bitch had a more peace like that. We out for the night squad deep like that. Bitch, we out for the night squad deep like that. Everything heavy when we step up. You can't hang with a gang, you a solo. Yeah, everything check, come Stella. Let me bag it up for you, said the bank teller. Everything heavy when we step up. You can't hang with a gang, you a solo. Yeah, everything check, come Stella. Let me bag it up for you, said the bank teller. Vacuum seal for the gas, lock back in the stink. Pepe Le Pew and it cold, I ain't talking mink. That chain you get, I know it's strong as the weakest link. You can't trust them people wrong, you straight and know that king. I been bad, no spanking. Main focus been Franklin. On success, I banking. My mother and ja, I tanking. As I take off me landing, we high up, man chanting. If it's sex talk, go standing. You gon' say my name cause I branding. No, they see why. When I ring your fuck, never deny. Hair spitting out kilo. They both just touch down and they see line. So depending what you feel like, we can see like. We adjust size, I gon' need your knee high. And at them side looking like you need light. Everything heavy, you can never leave. Everything heavy when we step up. You can't hang with a gang, you a solo. Yeah, everything check, come Stella. Let me bag it up for you, said the bank teller. Everything heavy when we step up. You can't hang with a gang, you a solo. Yeah, everything check, come Stella. Let me bag it up for you, said the bank teller. Everything heavy when we step up. Yeah. Can't hang with a gang, you a solo.
Hey.
Yo, let me tell you something. I listening to that just now, I had the urge to run it back because when heavy play, it don't matter if I listen to heavy for the 20th time for the day. I don't start it over before I done because heavy is a big tune. Like heavy need to be on the radio right now. Like heavy need to be. I hope they on to you back home and they playing you because heavy, this EP. People need to get exposed to it. The radio stations need to have this. People need to be running in that because heavy and this whole EP is. I say heavy first because heavy is why I had first before the EP. Car that's the single that dropped. But heavy, man, I just like I don't know because I like one of my friends. I want to phone with Kwanik. And she asked me if I had listened to 5. I was like, if I had listened to 5 too. Heavy is on replay. So every time I think about a song, I think about her asking me if I listen to you because Heavy. I think Heavy had just dropped when she had asked me. So yeah, but when I think about Heavy, I think about you with a team, you went liming, like it gave you that vibe. That Heavy is a pre-game type of song. So I don't know if you wanted to say anything about Heavy, but I wanted to ask because I know you. We know each other practically our whole life because we went to elementary school together.
Right.
Where like everything Heavy when we step out. So when you step out, you'll be looking fly. Okay.
Always.
So I want you to talk about your fashion, like where you get your inspiration, like where your style come from, like what's your thing? Just talk about your fashion.
I like nice shit. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like I don't know. It just depends. Like I don't even knock. Like I would shop any place as long as that shit look good. I don't have to be like designer. Like I have a lot of designer stuff. Like I've been blessed. You know what I'm saying? Like I just been blessed with being able to afford stuff, and you feel me, people in my life that just want to spoil you, girl. You feel me? You got.
I want to say something. Do you see what you just said? A lot of people like to watch your pockets, and a lot of people like to watch face. So I'm glad you just say you fortunate you afforded the opportunity. You like nice stuff, and you able to buy those nice stuff. Like I like nice things, and when I could buy myself the nice things, I go the nice thing or nice things. I'm going to buy the nice things, but some people don't understand that, and they like to watch you and say, "Oh, you're always wearing this and you're always wearing that," and then just be like, and I go keep wearing it.
Stop hating. Tell them stop hating.
Right.
Listen to me.
So, yeah.
Like, no, I just feel like once you taking care of what's supposed to be taken care of, your bills, if you have kids, your responsibilities, period, and you can spoil yourself, you got one life to live. Like people, I feel like you say watch face and be hating, like just hate. What you hating for? What you hating for? Yo, I feel like today for me, tomorrow for you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, just like how I don't work hard. That's one thing. So I feel like because I don't work hard, I deserve what I want. You feel me? And I go and work for it. And people around me, like I said, just fortunate to be blessed to be able to afford that stuff. And like, listen, I ain't even going to go into detail because it's like a big debate. And I plan on having this debate and breaking down what I feel about men referring to women that won't fuck what I do that lower than them, or when I say lower than them financially or making less than them, calling it prostitution. You understand what I'm saying?
It sounds like I need to have you on a regular episode of my podcast because I plan to talk about a lot of them stereotypes in the future.
I have a whole lot to say.
So I definitely gonna be like, let me call up 5-2, bring she in for this episode.
No, for sure. We could do that then, but I definitely got a lot to say on that. But like, it's just to wrap it up is like, I feel like once you working hard, people that work hard, and once you ambitious, people are ambitious, going to gravitate to you. And because you're great, and people are great, going to come to you. And both are you could take care of each other. You understand? Just like how you taking care of yourself all the time, they taking care of themselves all the time, I could take care of each other equally. Or if you make him or he make him, you feel me? I just feel like people are watch face too much and watch other people pocket too much. And I just feel like worry about what you have going on and worry about you succeeding. And that's it. That's really what I do.
Right.
Like,
and it's crazy that you mentioned that when you say you feed off each other energy and you could help each other progress. And it don't even when you were saying it, I wasn't even thinking about it in a relationship aspect. So a lot of my friends, like I think all my friends across the board, they have some type of side hustle going on. Like they have their businesses that they're trying to get up or they're doing something. So I'm able to plug a few of them right now because they're my friends. So I have a friend, Michelle, she doing a YouTube channel called Glow With Me. Delani, she have her business, she doing creations. Her business name is D Creations. Precious, she have Travel with Marie. And they have Poison Empire. I just have a lot of friends doing things right now. So
Right.
I ain't list also. Hopefully nobody don't get the feelings because me list them.
Right,
Get
right,
time
right.
to go through. Okay, I can't leave this one out. Makia, she have her Mama Love makeup and her
Most
Mama
definitely.
Love mobile makeup mobile. Yeah, makeup mobile. So I call it M3 because most of the time I don't even remember how to say that. But my friends,
That's hard though. That's hard.
right? My
I
friends,
didn't know that. So you put
right?
me on. That's fine.
My friends out here doing stuff, and we all be talking about our stuff. Like me, Precious, and Kwanik have a group together for our stuff, and we do come in there and update each other and where we are, what we're doing, what we have going on for the time to progress our businesses. And that's what you should do as friends, even if it's partners. You should help each other progress. You should want to see each other win. So I'm glad that you touched on that because I had to mention that and just plug a few of my friends right quick.